Okay. So I'm keeping those meetings first Tuesday of the month
Yeah,
at 6
that's
p.m.
great.
as always.
That's great.
And I just made another little note. I just feel like if you do miss a meeting, you should either reach out to me, say, hey, when is the next meeting, or go back and watch the previous month's meeting, or look at the agenda, any of that stuff. There's lots of different things, but I'm not going to track down people and send individual emails about when stuff is happening. So, Ruth, you have your webinar coming up.
I do.
Are you excited? I'm excited. We haven't had one all year.
I know. I am excited. And remind me, Stacy, can I promote it outside of SPJ? I think we agreed no, but I don't remember.
No, I think we agreed yes, because that could entice people to join the freelance community.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Right.
promote. I would. Yeah.
All right.
I don't. Yeah.
And free to anybody, even if they're not SPJ members?
I think so. Yep. I think we did discuss this last time, and I think we did agree to that yes, it would be, yes, anybody can get on there and do it.
Okay.
And it could be that next year, maybe we change it where we've got 5. I have no idea how many webinars we will have, but let's say we do 2 free ones to everybody and maybe 2 that you have to be, I don't mean free like money wise, but then you have to be a freelance community member for some.
Yeah, we could do a couple that are either community only or SPJ only. And that would somewhat improve the value.
That's, yeah.
Hey, Jenny, hi.
Hi,
Hey
Jenny.
guys.
How are you?
Hey, good. How's everybody doing?
Thanks for coming. Good. Yeah, great. Ruth, do you need any help from any of us on promoting anything like that? How's it all going? I've kind of been out of the loop on social media.
I think so far the only promo has been through the newsletter, the community newsletter. And I have to look and see. Hold on a minute. I don't know if I even have the link to share with people. Hold on. SPJ.
It would have come from Susan, I think. Susan set up something.
All right, I will check with Susan.
Okay.
You might want to put it on the SPJ calendar too.
We did talk about that last month. And if it's not there, then that person did not follow up on that.
Okay.
Do you remember who that was? Because as I said, I completely forgot the minutes, so I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, I can't be for sure. I think we talked about that being the publicity coordinator.
That sounds right.
I think that is what we discussed. But I don't think Nicole was at the last meeting. We did meet later, a couple days later, but we didn't talk about that. So anyway, so I think we need that to happen.
Okay.
Do you want to email?
Nicole, right?
Yeah. Do you want to email her, Ruth, and just ask her, give her the stuff and just say, can you just please get it up there on the calendar? Okay. And I think we're still okay. It's August 5th, so I think it's still good. Okay, and Sergey's not here anyway, but I just didn't put anything else except for the Media Fest stuff. So I'm going to share this. Hold on a second. I'm going to share the Media Fest planning guide first.
Okay.
I've updated a lot of it. Actually, this is the agenda. I gotta switch back over. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to the top. I've been working on it I started at 2:30 today, so I've been working on it for 3 hours or so, a little bit more. So I'm putting it, I need to get the times nailed down for everything, the time slots. Oh shoot, I meant to print that out, so I had it in front of me. I have the time slots. I'll just have to probably email that to you guys so we can nail those times down. But we need to put the date and the time into each one of these slots. Koretsky wants that, so I have to get that to him. So Ruth, I think you and I think both agree that Thursday morning, you should go Thursday morning, right? One of the first ones.
Fine with me, yeah.
If not the first one. Okay. I think they start at 8. Are you okay? Or maybe it's 9. Are you okay with that slot?
Whatever it has to be, I'll be fine.
Okay, because I think that's a good way to sort of kick it off. So first slot on Thursday morning, I'm going to put that. I think we're all set. Hazel emailed me earlier and said that she would introduce you and be the moderator for that one. And if you need anything or have handouts or anything like that, Hazel will be the one. So that one I think is set.
Perfect.
And then mastering the medium, I can do it anytime. So I'm just going to plug myself in when there's an opening. I'll let other speakers choose what they want or, kind of work with their schedule. Like, for example, Catherine Reynolds Lewis is going to do 2 sessions and she is only available on Thursday. So this one, mastering the medium, I'll probably push over to Friday because her 2 have to happen on Thursday. But I'm all set with that. Nicole will be the one in there introducing me. That one's all set. The editor freelancer meet and greet. She is the only one I have so far of the confirmed editors, but I've only reached out to maybe 10 editors, and I usually reach out to 300. I'm not kidding. So I will, but I've found since we don't necessarily need the names. Like before, I had to panic and get all the names in February before, and half of them fell off because how do they know when they're available in the fall? So I think this will go smoother. But I've got my big list of people to reach out to. So that's what I'm doing in August. This next one, Building Trust as a freelance journalist, Lynn and Molly are confirmed. I've already asked them about their availability. They've given it to me. I think they said anytime, but I have to go back and check before I add the date to that. The description set, Koretsky has that online. The next one, I'm probably going to have a conversation with James offline. James, I did reach out to James earlier today and they gave me the titles or where these people work, where Brennan and Oscar and Hannah work. So I'm going to add a little bit to that and give them a little, sort of credibility of why they're speaking. And I will reach out. I'll actually ask James about the date too, because they might know, they might have had a conversation with them already about which day. The freelance income puzzle, Catherine Reynolds Lewis is going to work on this one. She usually likes to present alone, but this one she did say she'd be happy to have somebody else. Sounds like she wanted somebody else with this one. And Tim Herrera was not available and now is available. So he's going to do it. Super excited about that. And Catherine knows him and loves him, and she hasn't met him in person yet. So I think that's going to be awesome. So I'm excited about that one. But I just put there, it has to be Thursday, October 16th, because that's her availability. And then the tools of the trade, I've sent an email to Solomon. I did that today though, so I don't have a response, of course, yet. And I did ask Catherine Reynolds Lewis if she has a speaker for this session, not for her to be a speaker, but if she has someone in her organization, just someone she knows who might be great for this. So that's sort of a work in progress. And then again, I left this in here that could we have 3 or 4 board members, this part right here, take this one on. I think we could still leave this one in here, even if we didn't have a specific presenter, because I think between 3 or 4 of us, not me, but between 3 or 4 people who do use these tools, Solomon, James, Alex, they could probably share the tools that they do use. It could be more, instead of a session, it's like, hey, bring your tools. Share what you have, we'll share what we have. It could be more of an informal thing like that.
Yeah. So I could, depending on what day it is, I can probably sit in on that one because I'm familiar with a couple of tools that the Baltimore Banner and the Amsterdam News use for articles and for copy editing. Okay. So I can make a brief mention of those.
Okay. And I think if we don't get a speaker or 2, if we don't get somebody for this one, then, maybe in the September meeting, well, it has to be by then. So in the September meeting, we can, actually probably wouldn't do it during the meeting. We probably have to set a time aside for anybody who does want to be involved with that one. We can kind of set aside a time to talk and get that one organized. The creating entrepreneur systems that works for you. This is one that Catherine, I'm saying I'm producing it, but I'm not really. Catherine's doing the whole thing. I just kind of keeping it, I'm going to schedule it. So this one has to be Thursday. Ruth, we had talked about trying to do these on different days, and I agreed with that, except she was not available on Friday. And I don't want you to go on Friday. I'd rather have you go first thing Thursday morning. So maybe she can go first thing after lunch on Thursday.
That would work.
Yeah, so kind of for people who don't do, some people don't do the morning sessions, might do this, you know what I mean? We got late risers. So rather than back to back or both early morning sessions, we'll separate them. The international freelancing, I am working with Catherine Reynolds Lewis on that one also. I had a great guy, but he's in France and he won't, he's going to, I've already talked to him about doing a webinar next year. He's super excited about that. And he asked if he could do this one virtually and no. So
Not at the conference.
No.
I've been to ones where people have done that. It's just
Yep.
a little awkward.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with any of the technical, I mean, I think we can find other people to do this. So I have one other person that I can reach out to that I know, that came as a Dan, the international community chair recommended. So I'm going to reach out to her too, but Catherine also is thinking on that one. Oh, it's right here, actually, this one, Jessica. Jaree, I'm not sure how to say that name, but she might be too busy because she's the press freedom editor for Voice of America, but I think she'd be great for it. So that is that. Now I asked Solomon about these next two. I haven't heard, I haven't heard from him until now. I did send him, it's not surprising that I haven't heard from him for my email because I just sent it, but I haven't heard anything on these. Jennifer Karchmer pitched this to national. It is not accepted there, but we are taking it for freelance. If we didn't, she still wouldn't. I guess Koretsky said that they didn't approve that one for the whole main thing. So we wanted her anyway for freelancing.
Which one is that now?
Sorry, it's number 10, the safety and security.
Can you move
police.
your screen down? I'm
Oh.
only seeing as far as item 9.
Oh, interesting. Okay, can you see it now? That's weird because it's right in the, now it's at the top of the screen. Can you see it?
Wait a minute. I can see it in mine. I think the mouse on my computer is driving me bonkers. Okay, I see it.
Okay, so I emailed her. I have not actually heard back from that. I asked, she has a very booked schedule and she wants to talk. And I agree with her. We should talk about this to make sure we've got a good angle. And I tried to book a time on her calendar because she gave me access to it, but there isn't, it's completely booked. So, or it was last time I looked. So I emailed her and asked, but I haven't heard back from that email. So I'm not sure about this one. I'd love for her to do it. I don't know if her plans have changed or what, but if anybody, like, Hazel, do you talk to her sometimes?
When she and I have something specific to talk about.
Okay. I didn't know if she was involved with the DC chapter or any of that. I didn't know
No,
what she
she's
was.
not in DC.
Why did I think she was? I guess I thought.
She's in upstate New York.
Well, I knew she was part of the time. She actually told me she was in Clayton, and I've been in Clayton like every day for the past 2 weeks. But she said she'd left, so I don't know. Okay.
Well, then I don't know.
Yeah, I think just left for a little bit of time. She said she was there for a little while. She said, but she wouldn't be there because I told her I was coming up for saline doctors there. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep trying. I think by August 31st, we're just gonna take it off. If it happens to come through, I think we can add it, but I'm not gonna promote it on the landing page for the freelance communities, the freelance central session. I'm not gonna put it down there until I talk to her.
So I asked Robert if he is interested in being part of this panel, and then I forgot about it. And then he asked me today, is that happening? He covered police, he covered courts before he became a lawyer. He's also organized some programs and for the DC chapter. This goes back several years.
If he's up for it, that'd be great.
Do you think though that he can do it around for freelancers? Like, how do freelancers, if you're not backed by an organization, what are your rights? How are you protected? How do you get access?
Well,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good question, and I don't know the answer. So I'll ask him, but
yeah, I think that's what we're looking for. If you want to ask him if he's up for that. And I think physical safety is even, I think Solomon, if he goes, I think he was going to talk a little bit about that. But I think that's the thing, the safety and security, not just physical, but also if you're reporting on something, or if you're like, there's a lot of really dicey topics out there. And if you're not backed by ABC or, the New York Times, even though you're writing for them, what are your protections? What should you be asking for in a contract? What should you be asking for when working for an organization? And we've had this year, even a couple different people have emailed and asked if they need about insurance. I think Ruth even responded. I think you said, no, you shouldn't have to have that as a freelance journalist, but some places won't hire you until you do have like
Well,
insurance.
what usually happens is that some of the larger outlets, mostly companies and corporations, they'll want you to have liability insurance.
Yeah.
And they're usually operating from a boilerplate that's intended for contractors who work on site and or are operating vehicles and heavy machinery on behalf of the client, which we don't do.
Right.
And there's also the fact that in most states, freelancers can't get liability insurance anyhow. I think at least one of the professional groups, you can get it through them, but I can't remember which one. I want to say the investigative reporters group.
IRE.
For the most part, it just, it's not something we can get.
What
Yeah.
about freelancers union?
That's worth checking.
Okay.
SPJ used to offer some insurance, some business insurance kind of stuff, but they don't offer much of anything anymore.
And I think that Jennifer Karshman would cover all of this stuff. I just have to, I just want to get the official yes from her that she, and get kind of an outline of what she's going to talk about. So I'm going to keep that on there, but I think again, we need to know by August 31st. So I'm just going to I'll email her again and see if I can reach her.
And if you do hook up with her somehow, could you tell her if she is in DC that I'm a resource for her?
Yeah, I made that up. I mean, I don't think she is. For some reason I always put you and her together, so I thought she was. I didn't think she was in upstate New York all the time though. I thought it was just the summer, but I don't know. I don't know enough about. She used to be on the board. That's how I know her.
I know.
Yeah. So
Long time ago though. I mean,
yeah. So we'll keep. I'll hopefully I'll try it in the next week or two. I've got a lot of things on my to-do list with this. I'm actually gone August 8th through the 15th, but I'm after the 15th, I'll have more time to get into this. The next one, the outlets for communities of color and marginalized communities. This is talking about media outlets to look for that are for outlets or communities of color and marginalized communities, and people might overlook those as places to write for.
right.
I can write a description for Solomon to approve, and I'll be glad to be moderator if he doesn't want to.
Okay. I'm going to put you in here anyway, just so.
Having written for almost all of them, I think I qualify for the moderator.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And I'm going to put and/or.
Yeah, that's fine.
He talked about these speakers. So I think he has reached out to them. I just need the update on it.
And we need the description.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want to write the description, I'll shoot it over to him and at least we have one to put. And then maybe if he's like, yeah, I'm too busy, I can't do this. I wonder if maybe you could reach out to these I
Sure.
just have these people. Okay. So let's just see. I mean, let me get an update from him. Hopefully, I'll give him a call this week if he doesn't respond. But again, I think this one needs to come off. Because we have 13, I think we should produce 12. So it's okay if we lose a couple. And then if we have a couple extra spaces, we've got other things we can plug into them, more informal things. The next one is you, Ruth, for moderator, the breaking into trade publications. Have you did you talk to any of these?
Yeah, I haven't heard back from the education guy, from Rob Wells, but Rebecca Baker has said yes. And I need to
Perfect.
call Stephanie because I've left her a couple messages and I haven't heard back from her, but I will call her this evening and see what she says.
Yeah, I
Okay, and
haven't heard from her in a while.
Yeah,
if she is in town, I bet she'll say yes. I feel like I
Oh,
think she'd be,
she'll be here. I
yeah, okay,
can't imagine she wouldn't come.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna put Rebecca Baker up there. I'm moving her from here, up there, and I'm gonna say, no response yet after Rob Wells and Ruth reaching out to Stephanie.
and I need
Um,
to write you a description for that session.
yes, yes, and Michael, needs those like yesterday.
Yeah, I can
So,
probably do that tonight or tomorrow.
okay. So oh, thank you for changing that. I get that wrong a lot. So Stephanie, I'm just saying that you're gonna reach out to her this week. And then see, I mean, if you want to ask Rebecca what date works better, Thursday or Friday, or I guess, and see if she has any time she can't do it. I don't want to necessarily get everybody's like, oh, I want to do it at this time because I can't, that's going to be too hard. But if she's just what her availability is, I guess, for each of those days. Okay, good. So the description, speakers' names, we kind of have one. I might, if you give me a description, I will put this on here with Rebecca. I will send this to Koretsky with Rebecca's name as the speaker, and we can add one if we want.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one, Sergi is doing, no one's come in, have they? To the
Haven't seen
waiting room?
anything.
Okay.
That's
No.
Jane.
Okay, so number 13, that's the mental health and freelance life, set boundaries and avoid burnout. I think there'll be a lot of people interested in that, kind of like with the imposter syndrome. I expect that to be that kind of a session. So let me write this down. I'll email Sergi for the description. We talked about it last month. She said she was going to send me a description of this and of there's another one called the mental health rate, but I did not get those from her. I'll email again if I don't hear from her, I guess by Thursday night. I'm going to send it. I'm going to write the description up and I'm going to send it to Koretsky, because I need to get them before I leave on the 8th. Okay. So there's that. That's it. So that's 13. And then if we go all the way down, I want to skip all the red ones. If you go all the way down to the other offerings, I'd like to try to nail down a time and date for each of these things. I'm going to put Friday.
The coffee morning, could we do both Thursday and Friday morning?
Yeah, for sure, actually.
That's my suggestion.
Okay, so it'll be before the first session.
Yeah.
Sorry, October 17th. Is that what it's going to be? So October 17th. And then
Yeah, there.
Thursday, October 16th, and Friday. So here's the thing is that we have done the happy hour on Friday every other conference, but every other conference has gone through Sunday. This year, the Sunday is kind of like the Saturday is kind of like the Sunday. It's kind of over by noon on Saturday. So I wonder, Thursday, I think, is the reception. Yeah, I think we have to keep it on Friday.
Yeah, Friday makes sense. And that's actually a good day, Stacy, because for some of our colleagues or even the freelance community members who don't go to the conference, depending on where we do that, they might be able to drop in and join us on Friday evening if we don't do it in the conference space. If we do
that's a
it,
good
for
idea,
instance, in the
actually.
hotel lobby or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I think this is the hotel that we actually got in pretty big trouble for having the happy hour in the lobby. Do you remember that?
Which hotel is it?
This is the hotel in DC, the Grand Hyatt. And the waiter was super mad at us, because we just were like, there were so many people. We were kind of in that there was kind of a tier, not on the bottom level, not on the top level, it's kind of middle, but it was kind of a pathway where the waiters would walk through, but there were tables, like it was fine to sit and eat there, but we had so many people, it was too crowded. So I am not sure that the hotel is the best idea. I would prefer it to be in the hotel, but I'm not sure it's the best idea for.
What about our freelance community space on in the conference area?
Ooh, well, I don't think we have the room in the evening.
Ah, okay.
I think let me check with Koretsky. I think I heard that. I think I remember him saying that. But I wonder too, could you have like drinks and I don't know, could you have alcohol? You know what I mean? I don't know. Not sure, because there's college students around and you're not gonna
Yeah,
really.
that might be awkward.
Yeah. They won't probably, most of them are 21, but they might not all be, so. Although, you know what, though? When Lou Harry did the trivia night, he did it in a space like that, just kind of a conference area space, and I'm pretty sure there was alcohol that you could get there, or he had alcohol here.
Well,
let me check with Koretsky.
If it uses hotel staff, they can always ask people for ID if somebody looks too young
Yeah,
and just not serve them.
okay. And the last time, 2 years ago, I think we did it in Solomon got a suite and we did it up there and it was awesome. It worked.
That was
Was that the one in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
so
that was
good.
in somebody's room. That was great.
Right. And he just happened to get this free upgrade because he had some bad luck getting in there and he was super frustrated with I don't know what was going on. Maybe they didn't have his reservation or I don't know.
At any
But
rate,
he
it
got
was
in.
really nice.
Yeah. And I've gone to these before where there are receptions like that in people's suites, but I think that would have to be, we could do that. The freelance community could do that. We could book one night in one of those suites. Well, obviously we'd have to ask the freelance fund for it. But it would depend on how much that was and all that stuff. I don't know. Probably too late for this year, but that is an idea maybe going forward. And it could be that it's, whatever, like if I'm staying at the hotel and I'm paying the rate, I could put my rate toward the room and try to get that room, and we could have the freelance fund pay the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make up the difference.
Yeah, exactly. So just to secure it.
Thinking today in my mind about maybe we should have 4 fellows, but that would use up all the money, so.
No, absolutely not.
It's gonna be a hard choice.
Well, okay. All right. I'm actually going to be, when you just said by August 31st, right, Hazel? Didn't you say by the end of August? No. When do we need to have the decision? What?
We don't have a date, but the sooner the better.
Yeah, because
okay.
people have to make arrangements.
I know. Okay, let me get that on my to-do list because I got the next week is nuts for me when travel. Okay.
That college tour?
I'm doing a paleontology dig all day, Monday and Tuesday in Montana with real paleontologists, and I would send Nola alone, except she's only 16 and an adult has to go with her because it's like a real dig and a real thing. So I'm going with her. And Wednesday's Montana State College Tour, Thursday's Idaho State College Tour, and Friday we're flying home. Sunday, she's not here, she's at horse, so I can say this out loud. Sunday, I've surprised her with a horseback ride through Yellowstone.
Nice.
And then Saturday, we're going to check out Bozeman, the town, because we won't have a lot of time on the college tour day. We have to immediately leave right after the college tour and go to Pocatello, Idaho, which is a 4-hour drive. So we're going to check it out on Saturday. So we fly in Friday, get in Friday afternoon, and just feel like it's a lot.
For a couple of days.
It's fun though. And actually, to be fair, my little selfish, this is fulfilling my 47, 48, and 49 of the states that I need to go to. So I only have one state after next week.
I have a guest room when you're ready for New Mexico.
I've already been to New Mexico. But thank you.
Well. Actually, I have
Alaska.
2 guest rooms.
Do you know anybody in Alaska? That's my next one. Or my last one, actually. Okay, so so coffee morning, yes, love it. Let's do it both mornings. And then we just need to have sort of a point person for each morning. We need to make sure that there's, I don't know, one or two at least one, obviously, but maybe two board members there ready to sort of organize it each morning. I don't know if you want to do that on your morning where you're presenting, Ruth, Thursday, but maybe
Well, I
Friday.
figure on at least being there, depending on the timing, and then I
Yeah.
can host it on Friday.
You know, Hazel, do you remember how we got the coffee last time? I don't remember how we did that.
I thought it came from the hotel,
Yeah, I just don't know who
which means we
organized
probably had to pay, somebody had to pay for it.
that. Yeah, how'd that work?
I don't know who that was, but it wasn't us.
Right. Gosh, I can't remember. Let me email Susan because I feel like she was involved with that somehow. Maybe not. Or maybe no, you know what? We talked to oh, the Asian woman, Karen. We talked to her. She helped us organize that. She did it.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to reach out to headquarters and just see if see if they will.
Yeah,
Just say,
good
we'd like a
idea.
coffee morning. Can we? Okay, so let me do that.
Good.
Who should I reach out to? Caroline or Crystal or
I don't know.
Emily?
Nicole and
What about Koretsky?
Oh,
He
actually,
could at least
perfect.
tell you whom to contact. If
Yeah,
it's something he would manage.
Yeah, he actually would probably manage it. He was at one point talking about trying to get us a couch for the exhibitor hall for the freelance corner. So
Nap
yeah,
time.
I'll start with him. Okay. And then the lunch and learn, I think one of them should be like what the community, I don't know, maybe that's too boring, but maybe we don't need to have it that topic, but I think we could do the same.
What the
I'm sorry,
community
what'd you
does.
say? You're breaking up, Hazel.
I wouldn't do what the community does at a lunch and learn. I think we need a topic that people can really learn from.
Yeah,
agree.
okay.
Maybe look at some of the things we're not doing as sessions and pick one
Right.
of those.
Well,
Or
that's what the red is. That's what we talked about with the red.
Yeah.
So where to find, actually the mental health break might be one of those lunch and learns. Because we've
Yeah.
got to find a place to plug in. I'm going to say
Yeah.
mental health break on one of the days. I'm just going to say on Thursday. And then so we can plug that in though. I don't think that's not going to be like in the program descriptions. So
we have to make sure that we say bring your own lunch and make it bold.
Yeah.
And the thing we can do, Stacy, the thing about what the freelance community does, what it offers, etc., that can be in a handout. That doesn't have to have a
Sure.
section.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
That can just be a one-sided sheet.
I think that we'd have a lot of turnout if we talked about where to find story ideas, how to find them, finding clients, just kind of having everybody kind of come together in an informal chat where we're learning something from other people too. You know, it's not just the freelance board talking about what they do.
Yeah.
I think that would be popular. One, I also really like the journalism, the horror stories and the funny stories.
Yes.
Everybody kind of liked that, but I'm not sure.
I think that would be a great lunch topic.
Journalism, horror, funny stories.
Yeah.
Should we want to do that one?
What do you think, Hazel and Ginny?
I like it.
It's kind of fun. It's different too. I'm gonna take this off. Okay.
We might want to fix journalism.
Oh yeah. Oh. What's happening? Okay. So the freelance happy hour, I'm gonna set that up, and I think try to find, because I know this hotel, I'm gonna try to find someplace nearby. If not, we could maybe just do it again. It was a cool spot, but just so many people.
Stacy, if we do it at the hotel, let's just make sure that we let the bar or restaurant people know ahead of time that we're expecting a crowd and it
Yeah.
might be a little bit much for one waiter and, you know, we don't want to upset the staff or surprise the staff.
Yeah, and I think the biggest issue was where we ended up, because we did talk to them ahead of time, maybe a day or two ahead of time. And what the issue was that the path from the kitchen to the upper part of the level where most of the rest of the bar was, you had to walk through our section and people
Yeah,
kept
we were
pushing
in the
chairs
way.
over. Yeah, it was really so I could just mention that and say, hey, listen, this is what happened last time. Can we sort of reserve a section? What's the spend limit? We've done that before where we sit down at a table and people order and they pay their own way and it's fine. So I'll give that some more thought though.
Okay.
Hazel suggested the freelance clinic, sign up for coaching with experienced freelancers.
I did.
I like it. Go ahead, Hazel. Tell us about it.
Are you asking, Hazel, if you
Yes,
did?
tell us,
I
Hazel.
forgot. I never framed it as freelance clinic. I like the framing, but I did not remember that that was me.
Oh,
But
well,
it's fine. It's
you
fine. I
it could be someone, mine might have written it. It said Hazel suggested, I just cleaned it up, but I said Hazel suggested a freelance clinic where we sign up. I just changed the wording a little bit. So maybe it was just in a meeting we had a month or two ago. I don't know. I like it though. I think it's good. I think it's really good.
like
And
it
I don't,
too.
We just have to have commitments from a couple people to be willing to coach.
right.
And I'll tell you, I'm not sure I'm up for it.
Well, and we got to think about how would it be if we're going to do the morning sessions with coffee. We're going to have the lunches booked. We're going to have sessions the rest of the time. We're going to have a happy hour. It would have to be after hours, after 5 o'clock probably, or it would have to be a time we'd have to develop the list throughout before the conference and just know, okay, you're moderating this session, so it can't be you. We just have to be able to plug people in, which I think is a lot. So I don't know.
We could plan on doing that between our sessions if they're not back to back.
They
It's
will be.
just, it would be some work as far as getting
You know what?
commitments from the freelancers and then having the people who want to be coached sign up. So the freelancer isn't sitting there twiddling their thumbs.
You know what? Let's do it Saturday morning. So there's 2 sessions or 2 slots on Saturday morning that we are not going to fill. We're going to do everything on Thursday and
Yeah.
Friday. So let's do it Saturday morning so people can sign up. And then if only one person does, then great, that one person comes. But we might want to go to a session or 2 on Saturday, but we will have availability on Saturday. So let's do that for
Excellent.
I think that's a good
Saturday
idea.
during the 2 open slots. Okay. I have to
That's an
check on my
excellent plan.
plane leaves too. Let's see, October. I was gonna drive, but the parking is ridiculous, so I didn't. It was actually cheaper to fly. October 18th.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know, maybe I still will drive. So,
But you
okay.
can park your car at my house.
I feel like you're hours away. How far away are you from the hotel?
20 minutes.
30 to, yeah, right around 30 minutes, I would say.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know actually.
If you prefer
How do you get in and out? Do you take the train? Like, how do you do that?
subway.
Okay. 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 Well, I might then. I was thinking I had booked it. I hadn't. I've only booked the hotel. I didn't book a flight yet. So when I get closer to doing that, I will check
You
it out.
might find it's cheaper anyway, because gas is expensive and there are tolls and
Yeah,
And the overnight parking at the hotel is outrageous.
I know. That's what I'm concerned with.
but that's why I said she could park at my house.
Yeah. And I've stayed with Hazel before, and it's very convenient to get in and out. I mean, I had my car, but that worked out.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Other than getting lost in the wilds of West Virginia or wherever I was, it was great.
Um, okay,
Northern Virginia, that's what it was, Northern Virginia.
so I'm gonna number these maybe just to kind of, I don't like the way that looks. Okay, so the coffee mornings are set. We've decided on the times. The 2 lunches, those are, that's gonna be, one of those is gonna be Sergi's. I'm also concerned with who's coming to the conference, because I don't think I don't think we've got like an official yes from more than 2 or 3 of us. So,
I mean, who from the board or who from the
Yeah.
freelance community?
hear from who from the board.
Well, I'll be there.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know
I
you,
pla-
so you and
I
I might
plan
be
to be
doing the
there.
whole thing, Ruth. You guys will be there. But Alex, I think, is not 100% sure. Sounds like James is. I'm not sure about Solomon, and I think that Sergi will be there, but I think that, I feel like I remember her talking about oh, maybe
She
it was
might only
James.
do one day if I remember right.
Okay, and I think James was actually trying to apply for like a, scholarship or something to get here. So I think at the September meeting, we're gonna have to really nail down who's gonna be
Yeah.
there, so we can make sure we're not giving something to somebody, like we've got the mental health break. I don't think anybody's gonna do that other than Sergi. So we gotta, we'll have to just
James
revamp.
will be here anyway. James is at school here.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he'll
not
be here.
James. Oh, but James was talking about, um, no, James emailed me this week, actually. I never responded. That asked if they could use me as a reference because they're trying to get the cost of the conference covered.
Oh,
So, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
guess
what
it
the
was,
fellow is for.
I think it was Monday or Friday email. I gotta go back and look at it. So, yeah, so that is, anyway, so I just want to make sure that we're given, I think actually James will be there. James has got a whole session. So, but I want to just make sure that people are going to, we're not giving jobs or whatever, responsibilities to people that might not be there. Ginny, you're definitely going, right? I feel like you
Yes.
have to go, Ginny. You're like on every board.
I'll
So,
be there.
okay, good. We haven't really plugged you in, Ginny. We've missed you for a little bit. I don't know if if you see any of these that you want to step into, speak up. And I know you're going to be super busy with Region 4. Am I right?
I don't think there's a lot with that. I think there's like a regional meeting, but that's about it as far as I know.
Okay. Well, if there's any here that you want to jump into, or feel free. So
I'll
I
take a
feel like-
look. I mean, I kind of have looked at it a few times, but let me just read it over again now that you got it kind of edited more.
Yeah, I change it. A lot of the changes happen right before the next meeting. But I will be making more changes to it over the next couple of weeks because I got some updates to do. For the time slots, I think I'm just gonna email everybody collectively and just ask for you to get your speakers availability. We're not gonna promise any times, but we need their availability. And I think it's just gonna have to be first come, first serve. Like we can't wait for everybody to respond. We just,
Yeah.
so.
And we
and
can
I'm-
always, one of the things to keep in mind is, let's say the program says that Rebecca will be the speaker for trade pubs. If Stephanie comes through at the last minute, or if somebody else crops up who would be a good addition, we can add somebody at the last minute. That's why they have that Hoova app for conference updates. And
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be really awkward if there's a session with only one speaker and that person doesn't show up, but
Right.
adding somebody at the last minute isn't really a problem.
Right. Yeah. And the only thing with that, I think that, the only way that I would be concerned with that is if the person has a 30-minute presentation they've got it all nailed down. And then, hey, by the way, keep it to 10 minutes or 15 minutes because we got 2 other speakers, or we got 1 other speaker, you got to cut it in half. That's the only conflict we might have with doing it that way. But
Well, if somebody pops up at the last minute, we can kind of take it as it comes. I wouldn't say let's add 2 people at the last minute, but adding 1 should be manageable, and just let them know that the time is going to be tight,
yeah,
and maybe warn the 1 person that we might hear from a last minute addition.
yeah,
We can think
Okay.
about it between now and
Yeah, okay.
September.
okay. I'm just thinking, would I be okay with that if I was doing mastering the medium and then it's like, oh, hey, we've got a speaker to come in? I'd be so thrown off, but some people would be just totally fine with it, I'm sure. So I think and like I reached out to Catherine and asked her, do you prefer to present alone or with someone? And she said she prefers to present alone. Some people don't want to present with other people. But then I've been going back and forth with her a lot today, and she said for the freelance income puzzle, so it depends on the topic, right? She's like, oh, I'd love to have somebody else in that one. So it's great. So I think we just have to talk with people ahead of time. Just like you
Okay.
said, like we've got a potential, like with Stephanie, we've got somebody else who we'd like to have. So, we might be adding somebody just to let them know ahead of time, but before the day before, like weeks before.
Yeah, and we can give potential speakers a deadline for saying yes or no.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of having giving a deadline like today, like right now. Just let me know right now. I just want everybody to let us know. So, okay. For editors, I do ask them I do tell them, like, I know it's early, but if you're in town, can you commit to this? And they do. We don't ever have them all, but we'll lose 1 or 2, but if we've got 10 and we end up with 8, that's fine. So. Okay, I think we're good today. I feel better about it. I was getting a little bit overwhelmed earlier today, especially with the emails going back and forth about the dates and the meetings. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, there's so much to do. We've got so much to do for this conference. Like, let's just stay. Let's eyes ahead, eyes on the prize. Let's keep going. So, I am going to send out an email, after this meeting and ask people to watch it because there's only 4 of us here. And, hopefully they will. And then I'm gonna send out a reminder that the next meeting is the first Tuesday of September, the date, the time. I'll send it all out right now. I am not going to promise that I'm gonna send that email out again. I just put it in your calendars. I'm hoping that people will do that. So.
Yep.
All right. Okay, let me stop my.
I gotta go.
I guess I could have.
Smell
I guess
my
I could have.
dinner.
What'd you say, Hazel?
I can smell my dinner and it's making me hungry, so I'm going to
Oh.
leave.
Okay. I already ate. I had an egg salad bagel. Love it.
And I need to get going also.
All right. Yeah, I think we're done. We're good. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop
Bye,
recording.
guys.
All right. We'll see you later.